Creamy chicken gnocchi soup topped with Parmesan Romano cheese. Doesn't get much better. Hi everyone, welcome back to Serendipity's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a copycat version of the chicken gnocchi soup. It's delicious. It's a cream-based soup and it has carrots, celery, onions in it, as well as chicken and some gnocchis. And maybe you haven't heard of gnocchis, but they're like a little potato dumpling. Except that when I went to the store today to get the gnocchi, all I could find was the cauliflower gnocchi. And actually, it tastes really good. So don't fear if you find that's all you find, go for it. It is really good. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take boneless, skinless chicken breast and we're going to put it in a pot with water to cover because we're going to use the water as our chicken broth. Or you can just buy your rotisserie chicken for your soup, but I'm going to make mine by boiling the chicken and using the broth from the chicken. I've taken my 2 chicken breasts and I've put them in this pot and covered them by a couple of inches with water. I've turned it on high and I'm going to bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it down so it can gently boil, and we'll cook it for about 10 minutes. So while that's up and getting ready to boil, I'm going to start on the rest of the ingredients for the chicken gnocchi. First, we're going to cut up our carrots, cut off the stems. I'm just going to cut them into small pieces. I like to cut the carrot in half. And then I can, if it's big on the end here, I'll cut it in half again. And then just cut into small pieces, and that makes it like a diced carrot. You don't have to be overly precise. And we're going to want about 1 cup. And we're going to saute the vegetables for a little bit in this big pot here. We're going to add a tablespoon of oil to our pot. I can probably cut up a little more carrot too. And extra veggies, add extra veggies if you want. Like you do not have to be exact with the amount of carrots and celery and onion. If you want more, add more. It will be good. Okay, so we are going to have extra carrot, but that's okay. I'll probably actually have almost 1.5 cups. Just drop it into the pot. And then we'll get started cutting our celery. We also need 1 cup of celery. And you want it also small pieces. So I cut it down the rib. Just cut down the center of the celery rib. And then just slice. Let's measure this out. Okay, and then we just cut. I like cutting celery. It's so much easier than carrots. What's your favorite soup? Do you love having soups in the wintertime? Oh, it's nice to have a 1-pot meal. All right, I got a little extra celery too, but we'll just add that in. We need 1 1/4 cups of onion. So a little more and we'll have a 1/4 cup. And I think that should do it. Okay, add it all to your pot. The chicken came to a boil and I almost didn't see it in time because it almost boiled over. So we'll put a timer on and let it boil for 10 more minutes. In the meantime, I have my vegetable sauteing. To do my garlic, these are easy ones to peel, but sometimes they're not easy to peel, and I will show you a little trick. Take the handle and push until it kind of cracks. So you see the little cracks in it? Then you flip it over and do that side a little bit. And then it just wants to peel so easy. Take the stems off, the hard little stem. And now we're going to want to cut these up into little minced pieces. Give our veggies a little stir and maybe just a shake or two of oil. Okay, now we're going to add in our garlic. Let it saute a couple more minutes. You don't want to add your garlic in at the beginning because it's easy to burn. So that's why you add it at the end. Okay, our chicken is finished. The juices have run clear and there's no pink. We're going to get these out and let them set to cool a little bit before I shred them. Now I'm going to take the chicken broth that's left and I'm going to get approximately 28 ounces or 29 ounces. You can use your Pyrex measuring cup. 2 cups is 16 ounces. I'm going to add the chicken broth in with the vegetables that we sauteed earlier. Add the chicken broth into the pot. And now we're going to add our seasonings in. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of rosemary, 1 teaspoon of thyme, and a wee bit of nutmeg. Have almost a 1/4 teaspoon. We need to season with salt and pepper. Put a healthy pinch in here. And another healthy pinch. And then I will check it later to see if I think it has enough. All right, and then some pepper. I'm going to take the 2 forks and shred our chicken. And then once we do that, we are going to add it to our vegetables. Now, add this in. Now I want to use this pan to cook the flour, so I'm going to transfer this into a larger container. Okay, we're going to melt 5 tablespoons of butter into our pot. And we'll just clean up our pot a little bit. Once this is melted, then we're going to add in some flour. We're going to be making like a white kind of gravy. Our butter has melted. We're going to add in our 6 tablespoons of flour. We need to stir it so it doesn't lump up. And it's cooking the flour at the same time. If you were just to add your milk directly in, your flour would have a raw taste. So cooking it a little bit ensures that it doesn't get that raw flavor. Okay, after it's cooked for about a minute, you add your 2 cups of milk. And stir to get rid of any lumps that might be in there. Add in 1 teaspoon of pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt. And stir some more. So we're just wanting to bring this to a boil, and when it does, it will start to thicken. You need to be faithful about stirring, otherwise it will start lumping up on you. If you've enjoyed watching this, please give us a like. Now we're going to add in a 1/3 cup of heavy cream. I'm getting excited about tasting this. Okay, we're stirring that cream in. Now we're going to add our veggies in with the cream. I think I would add a little more chicken broth, make it a little more soupy. So I have a remaining almost a 1/3 cup of chicken broth I'm going to pour in. And we're going to turn the heat back on, and we are going to put our gnocchis in there. It was at the grocery store. I was trying to find a gnocchi, and I couldn't find it in the frozen section. All I could find was cauliflower gnocchi. And we're going to wait until the soup is starting to get to a boil, and then we'll put them in. I'll just use 1 10-ounce package. 2 cauliflower gnocchis. Soup is looking good, folks. I hope you make it, and if you do, give me a comment down below what you thought of it. I love cream-based soup. Okay, the soup's come heated up real nice, and now we are going to add in our cauliflower gnocchi. and let it cook for 3 minutes. It's up to you if you want to add more. I just put in 10 ounces. But if you like a bite of gnocchi in every spoonful, then go ahead, feel free to add more. Now I'm going to go ahead and taste this and see if it has enough salt. Delicious. Now the gnocchi has just about finished cooking. So now we're going to add 2 cups of spinach into our soup. Spinach really needs no cooking time. It's best to add it just before serving, just so that it doesn't get to become complete mush. This soup reheats really well too. So if you don't eat it all on day 1, it's just as good on day 2. Okay, I'm ready to dish up and taste this delicious chicken gnocchi soup. Sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese on top. I have a mixture here of Parmesan Romano cheese that I'm going to put on top. Okay, time for the taste test. I got a bite of gnocchi in here, chicken, celery, maybe hot. It's so good. And that cauliflower gnocchi is delicious. I can't even taste the difference between it and potato gnocchi. That's so good. You will love this soup. Give it a try. Okay, until next week. We'll see you, and I hope you make it, and come back and leave me a comment. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you found value. All right, bye-bye.